With us now is Mike Boven, who is the DPW director here for the city of South Lyon. Mike, thanks for coming out here and talking
Thanks
with
for
us.
inviting us over.
Hey, no problem. All right, so let's hop into first. We're going to talk about the Department of Public Works. And so, what are the services provided by this department?
The department provides street maintenance. They do leaves and brush pickup. They do trees. I get on my list here. Fleet maintenance, stormwater, parks, cemetery, and then they also assist with a lot of the festivals in town. They set up the barriers. Some of the other things in town that are done. The Blues and Brats, Motorfest is the one coming up soon. And then they also take care of the rail trails, 4.5 miles of that.
Okay, gotcha. So who are the staff, and again, what are some of the things they do for that department?
We have a records clerk at the DPW, takes care of all the records, payroll, bills that come in, that answers the phones. The DPW foreman kind of steers the whole thing. He does everything, and he doesn't get half the credit he deserves. Okay. We got 8 laborers that are out and about. Those guys are doing all the work maintenance. They do the cold patching, the lawn care in the parks, the leaf pickup, the brush pickup, any little thing that happens in the city, these guys respond to take care of. And then the last one is a citywide mechanic that is in the DPW that takes care of all the equipment for the city.
Okay, that's good.
So,
all right. Well, you guys cover, like I said, you guys cover a lot of ground. So, and I think, and I'm glad we're doing this interview because I think there's a lot of people just aren't familiar with the breadth of what this department does. Would you agree?
I agree. And there's little things like light switches at City Hall, plumbing at City Hall. These guys will go in and do that kind of labor to save money on hire. Exactly. So the jack of all trades. We've got a rental house that they do a lot of work, concrete work, sidewalks. They do a lot of the sidewalks in town. If it's caused by city issues and or trees, that's the other thing. We're a Tree City USA, and part of that is trimming the trees. And then if there's trees that have issues with death or anything, that we get them trimmed down or cut down if we can do them. If we can't, then we hire a service out for that.
Okay.
So,
all right. Let's switch gears now. Let's talk about the Department of Utilities, specifically drinking water. Okay. So what's the treatment? This is a big question. What is the treatment process for drinking water?
The treatment process is basically we have 5 wells. Those wells send water into the plant, go through iron removal filters. Those iron removal filters are then sent it out to the big storage tank that's out back of the water plant by the park. From there, it goes through high service pumps and is pumped into the system. As it's pumped into the system, we add chlorine, fluoride, and phosphate. The phosphate is used to hold stuff in suspension so that the metals don't come out of the basically lead and coppers and stuff. It's to protect the pipes.
Right. I see.
And then after it goes into the distribution system, it goes into our storage tank, our water tower, and that's where the system gets its pressure from, is the height of that water. And then it's constantly on 24/7. So that's another thing. We have backup generators at the facility that anytime power's out, that system has to run, or we're going to run out of water.
Yeah,
so,
no kidding. Okay.
and then one of the things that's going to be happening this fall is the repainting of the water tank.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, the above ground one.
You
Yep.
guys pick out a color for that?
Yeah,
Is it going to be white again, or?
No, I think we're doing the base is going to be a different color all the way up, and then the top's going to be white, and then we've got a nice design for the South Lyon. We're going to have an established in 1873 on it, and
cool.
so it'll be
Interesting.
we try to make it look historic, so to meet the stuff with the stuff downtown. So.
All right. Well, that's interesting. So that's happening this year, you say?
This year, it's in the budget, and in fact, it's going out for bid as we speak. So.
Fantastic.
Yep.
All right. So another question on the drinking water side. Who are the staff there? What do they do to operate the drinking water system?
The staff there is, look at my notes again. We have to have one certified operator on site at all times, which is myself. We also have some backup operators that are certified to operate our system. We have 2 primary people that maintain the water system for us. We have a crew of 6 that does the water and wastewater both, but again, 2 of those people are assigned to do most of the water work.
Gotcha.
And then part of the other work that they do is they will go out and do all the meters in the homes.
Okay.
If there's any maintenance that needs to be done, or new installations, a new head, a reading head is what I'm talking about, that has to be done. So.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah. All right. So can we switch now to the Department of Utilities wastewater? All right. So what's the treatment process for wastewater?
Wastewater, basically the water comes in. One of the things we're getting little tags put out is our first machine is it's called a fine screen. And what that screen does is it takes out any debris that's in the wastewater. Because what happens is it gets into the system, it gets into our pumps, plugs them up. Right. And this is one of the things that people are unaware of is flushable wipes. Okay, most of those are not flushable wipes because they don't break down, they don't disintegrate. So like toilet paper or something like that would. So that's the first thing that happens. That gets taken out. It goes into our treatment process right away. And what happens in that treatment process is a biological process. It's Mother Nature at its best breaking down that wastewater. And what we do is we provide the optimal condition and the optimal amount of bugs in our tanks in order to break that wastewater down that's coming in. And then we also add air to it, and just like our bodies, we have to have air and food. We provide air for them, and then the incoming flow is their food. After it does that, it settles out. Some of that settled is put back into the system to keep those bugs at their optimum condition, and then some of that is wasted to some storage tanks, the solids, and then everything at that plant is recycled. Everything, all the clear liquid that goes out after it's cleaned, disinfected with ultraviolet light, goes out to the river, and then all the biosolids or the solids, a third party comes in, brings those out to a farmer's field, and then ground injects it for fertilizer.
Gotcha. Okay.
So,
it is a lot of recycling.
yeah.
This is probably a topic that we could talk about in technical. Exactly. There's a lot going on there.
Yep.
All right. So last question on this part. Again, who are the staff and what do they do to operate
At the
wastewater?
staff, we have a records clerk down there as well. Again, she's doing the billing, the payroll, jack of all trades, to be honest with you.
Or a Jill of all trades.
A Jill of all trades. We have a foreman down there. We have a leader. And like I said, there's a lab technician and 3 operators. But again, part of that crew is also helping on the water system as well. So,
super.
Yep.
All right. So that's all the questions I have. So anything else you want to add? Well, let me just add a quick comment here. I know you're relatively new in your position, right? So, but have you been with the department though for a while?
Since February.
Since February.
Yep.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yep.
Where were you before that?
I was with a private firm. We did contract operations. I ran a bunch of sites all over the east side of Michigan. So,
okay.
yep.
Great. All right. Anything else you want to add?
No, I don't think so. I think if any groups are out there that want to do a tour of the plant, we do college kids, we do high school, elementary kids, or any other groups, Boy Scouts. If they're interested in doing a tour, just give us a call and we'll set one up for you.
Super. Great. Thanks very much, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thank you.